Part 3. The reason why they made it into a poem because they didn't want you to comprehend anything. They only wanted the people that were very highly intellectual to comprehend it. And the others, they didn't feel like they were worthy of knowing this knowledge. And they wanted you always to be in a state of worship because the Pope and the priest and the pastors always wanted you to go to man to look for God, not to go internal. They didn't want you to seek God internally. They wanted you to go to them. Because why? All the wars are funded with all the donations. Your donations have been funding wars for centuries. They always wanted us fighting with each other. So they made all these different religions. They told the story in different ways, always to keep us in a state of confusion and to have us fighting amongst each other, guys. Don't you see that? This is the truth. This is the truth. And if only you could see that this is the truth. They've been having us fight each other for centuries because they're saying, my God is better than your God. You're not worshiping the right God. I'm worshiping the right God. And none of them got it. None of them comprehended it. But you bet your everything in the world that the pastors know exactly what I have told you. Okay? And they will never want you to know that because they always want you to be in that state of mind of going to them, looking towards man to seek God. When you needed to go internally, you have to go into this beautiful space that you create when you're meditating. Visualization is key. And you go, just work on that little house right there in your head, okay? Work on it. See it, sit in it until you got this, you're able to visualize it like that. When you're able to visualize it like that, that's good. Now, you go in there and you pray. You shut the door, okay? And you pray and you manifest. And that's where you need to go to try to manifest and do your things. And yeah, I just was reviewing my video. I can't believe it. I saw this white thing come down from the sky in sonic speed. And it looked like an angel. And it was so beautiful in my video, which I will share with you guys tomorrow after you guys see all this. And I just wish you guys could get it. You know, they always have been having us fight each other. We are killing each other's bloodlines. Do you understand? We're killing each other off. We're committing murder fighting in these wars. We're saying it's okay because, oh, they're wrong, they're bad people, but it's not right. You're murdering people, innocent civilians. It's not okay that you say, oh, yeah, I want to work in the Army, I want to be in the Navy, and you're not comprehending that you're being a murderer. You signed up to be a murderer. That's the contract you signed up to. You signed up to go to war against whatever country, whenever your government tells you, and that you will kill. And a lot of those people, the veterans, they are traumatized by everything. They are so traumatized by everything they've been through. And they regret it. They regret doing what they've done. And so many people have woken up to it and stepped forward and said, I'm not doing this no more. I'm not participating in it. I'm not going into a war to steal other people's land and their property and their heritage, their water, their minerals and coal and gas and oil. I'm not doing that. That's theirs. Why would I want to go and murder innocent people for that? It's dumb. It is ludicrous. But for centuries, they had you all convinced that the other party was bad and evil, and you believed it, so you signed up for it, thinking you're protecting your country, when that's not even what you were doing. You were fighting a war based on the fact that that other party wanted to take something from the other party. They always wanted to steal land and property, belongings, all that heritage rights. And, you know, our oppressors have been having us oppressed for thousands of years. And they knew the truth. They knew the truth, and they never were going to tell us. Never were they going to come forward. They were going to keep selling you fear. That's what they were going to do. Keep selling you lies. And you were buying it hook, line, and sinker because you never put any thought into anything that they said because you trusted them. You just believed them instantly without doing any investigation. Okay? That's what Yeshua, he came down here, and the others too. They came here to tell us this. To tell us this. That this is what's happening. And they took that teaching of his, and they patented it, and they marketed it, and they twisted it, and they turned it. They made it so that we would never comprehend it. And then they made money off of it. The root of all evil, money, yeah. And now none of us can survive without it. Before we didn't need money because we were growing our own food. We had our own land. We didn't need nothing. If I had something you needed, I would give it to you. That's how it was. We would give to our community. We would help each other, all of us. If somebody came with nothing, then all of us would get together as a community. We would help them build a house. We would help them start their farms. And then no one was ever in the state of needing. Now we're all in the constant state of needing to survive. We lost our skills. We lost our spirituality. Because they had us looking towards man instead of looking internally. You know, I remember the Monkey Amy. The Monkey Amy was like, humans stupid. Humans are flower of life. Even the monkey figured it out before all of us. That's what Yeshua was trying to tell us. He died. That geometrical pattern was created in the sky. That we are the flower of life. And I did a lot of research. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I come up with this theory, and I'm still working on it. But I'll share it with you guys. That I think every 25,000 years, Horus is reborn again in a different body. And then he comes down here again. And he tries to tell us the truth. But people don't comprehend it. They couldn't even comprehend it then. They're not comprehending it now. Imagine when he comes again, no one's going to comprehend it. But I shared the truth with you, and hopefully you comprehend it, and you share it with others. And then you start on your own journey walking with Christ and praying and meditating and elevating yourself. And try to live a life of peace, because in this realm, everything is like you have to, whatever you put out is what you get in. Okay? So if you do the wrong thing, then that same thing is going to happen to you. Okay? You leave someone stranded because you got in an argument with them, you're going to be stranded. You pop somebody's tire, your tire is going to be popped. It's all energy. It gets returned. Every energy you put out, you're going to experience that. You're going to experience it, all the wrong that you do. But if you put out that loving, wonderful energy, you're going to experience that. You got to forgive. We're all human. We all make mistakes. Don't hold grudges. Don't think about the past. Like, this state did that, and this state. And my father was a veteran, and you know, those are all entitlements, and that's your ego talking right there. You have to comprehend that we all been indoctrinated, all of us, to these certain beliefs. And it's always because there's people at power that don't want to relinquish it. They don't want to let go of that chair. And they have killed for it. They have killed to keep that chair. And they don't want to give it up. They just really are greedy. They have so much money. And you think they would try to help others? Not even people in their own state. They don't care. They're billionaires and they don't care. They ain't trying to help you. They're investing their money in a laboratory working on mice with viruses. And mice are the closest things to humans. That's what the scientists said. Why do you think they're working on all these evil viruses for mice? Because how it affects the mice is how it will affect you. That's why. They're always coming up with these new viruses so they can lessen the people on Earth, because the lesser people there are, the easier it is to control them. Okay? And the whole time, they're over there making their synthetic clones. And I figured out something else very relevant. How I watched a lot of those Max videos. I forgot his last name. And I posted some of them, like 2 weeks ago. And he said, what did he say? Oh, he said that they figured out how to activate all the chakras, but they can't touch the heart. Okay? Now, mind you, Jesus is pointing at the heart. Okay? He's pointing at the heart. They can't touch that. That's why they want to make synthetic clones. Because if the future is synthetic clones, and then our spirit gets reborn in one of these synthetic clones, they can't touch the heart. They can turn you on and off like a light switch. Okay? That's why they're doing it. You know, like whatever, just end your life. They could decide when your life ends. You don't feel like you're producing enough or doing enough? Just turn you off. I showed you those Google pictures of when I Googled what is it going to be like in year 3000. And it showed humans with large skulls and small brains and hunchbacks and weird hands. All this because, the weather. That's another whole thing. But you guys need to start doing a lot of research. Definitely do that. And just let go of all those, the baggage of not liking this country because my uncle or my father or my cousin, my best friend worked in, he's a veteran, and those people did this and that and that. But so did the U.S. Did this and this and that and that and that. You can't hold that against the country. And those people are traumatized just like we are traumatized. Stop trying to make one thing lesser and one thing better. Like, it doesn't work that way. They're both wrong. They're both wrong. And you need to just forgive and let go and try to just elevate and try to change. Try to change and try to help others change. Because they're all stuck in like their little bubble. They're stuck in their bubble of this delusional life that they created for themselves. Of the person, when you are not the person, you are the spirit. You've always been the spirit. But they will have you thinking that you are the person and the personality and the ego and all this stuff that's irrelevant. That does not serve you at all. So, let's work on all that. Okay, guys? All right, stay blessed.